Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it works. Of course it works. Not like there was ever a chance it wouldn't. Anyway, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Or, well, since there's only one listener tuned in, lucky you. You get the full exclusive broadcast. Welcome to your very own private midnight radio station, brought to you by yours truly. Completely unlicensed, probably illegal, but definitely entertaining. Don't even think about changing the channel. You don't have any. I'm the only station in town. So sit back, relax, and accept your fate. Tonight's program. Let's see. I was going to rant about my neighbor leaving laundry in the machine again. But honestly, that feels a little too petty for such a classy broadcast. So instead, let's pick a more important topic. Like, why you're still awake at this hour. Seriously, you should be in bed, dreaming, snoring, maybe, not sitting there like some kind of night owl. But no, here you are, which means here I am too. See, that's dedication. And before you roll your eyes, yes, I can feel it even through the wall. This is completely your fault. Because if you weren't awake, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to the silence. I'd be asleep like a normal person. But instead, I've turned into a radio host. Do you feel special yet? Because you should. Not everyone gets this level of service. Anyway, this is the official start of the show. The broadcast has begun. You're not allowed to complain, not allowed to protest, and definitely not allowed to fall asleep before I'm done. Although, if you do fall asleep, I'll just assume my voice is that soothing. And honestly, that might be the biggest compliment you could give me. So, listener, are you ready? Because this station runs on one rule. Everything you hear stays between us. Okay, mic check. We're still on air. No sponsors, no jingles. No coffee in the cup either. but still live. Welcome back to Midnight Radio, the tiniest, weirdest show on the planet, with exactly one listener. Caller number 1. Oh, wait, that's just you. As always, my VIP, my entire audience, our ratings, a perfect 1 out of 1, flawless, unstoppable, a record we'll never beat. So, tonight, we're opening the lines. Questions, confessions, midnight thoughts. Everything you say will be broadcast directly to me. Because apparently, I'm not just the host. I'm also the caller and the tech support and the applause. Let's start simple. Favorite midnight snack? Don't even pretend you don't have one. Everyone does. Chips, instant noodles, cookies you swore you wouldn't eat, but somehow they're gone. Me. Toast with way too much butter. The kind that drips down your fingers. Not glamorous. But at 1 a.m., everything tastes like a feast. And you? Let me guess. You're the type who says, I don't eat at night. But there's always that hidden stash. Probably something like half a chocolate bar or dry cereal out of the box. Or maybe, and I'm picturing this, you're the 2 spoonfuls of peanut butter straight from the jar guy. Yep. I can hear you denying it right now. Stop. I'm the host. I decide what the truth is. Second question. Favorite sound at night? Mine. Rain against the window. Or that quiet hum of a fridge when everything else is asleep. Or when someone's breathing near you and you're both pretending to be asleep. It's weirdly comforting, like the world gets a little smaller, a little softer. And you'd probably say silence, but then immediately ruin it by playing a video at full volume. Or maybe you'd admit you like the sound of my voice right now. Oh, what's that? You're blushing? Too bad I already broadcast it. It's public record now. Third question. What's the one thing you'd never admit out loud? Yeah, I know. I'm cruel for asking. Don't worry. You don't have to actually answer. I'll answer for you. You'd say something like, I stay up late because part of me hopes someone will talk to me. And I'd say, lucky you, someone did. If I say something embarrassing, just pretend you fell asleep. That's a rule here. No judgment. No recordings. Just airwaves between us. Caller number 1. I'm picturing you now, leaning against your pillow, screen dimmed, half smile sneaking out even though you deny it. You're not supposed to smile at radio hosts, you know. It makes us think we're good at this. Let's do one more. If you could send a message to the world at 1 a.m., what would it be? I'd probably say, be kind. Somebody's always listening. But that's just me. Your turn. Even if you don't answer, I'll pretend you did. In fact, hold on. Yes, we have a live statement from caller number 1. They say, stop acting like you don't care. You're actually my favorite part of the night. Oh wow. Bold. Thank you, caller. We appreciate your honesty. And before we switch to the next segment, let me say this. This whole radio thing started as a joke, but it's not really a joke anymore. It's my favorite part of the night, because for a few minutes, it feels like you're actually on the other end. Caller number 1. Oh, wait, still just you. Lucky me. Lucky you. Welcome to the warmest, tiniest broadcast in the world. And tonight's topic? Why we're both still awake. Answer. Each other. And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Midnight Radio. We interrupt our usual programming for a very special segment. The Midnight News. Top headline of the hour. The fridge has started humming again. Yes, folks. After several minutes of suspicious silence, our local appliance is back at it. Strong, steady, reliable. Analysts predict this will continue until morning, barring any sudden power outages or snack-related incidents. Next up, a tragic report from the kitchen counter. Half a cookie has mysteriously vanished. Witnesses say there were crumbs leading directly to my mouth, but no concrete evidence has been presented. The suspect, me, pleads not guilty. Though, to be fair, the suspect's hands are still covered in sugar. Weather forecast. Well, here in this tiny apartment, it's mostly cozy, with a 90% chance of me stealing your blanket later. Temperatures will remain warm, especially on the couch, thanks to shared body heat. Listeners are advised to prepare accordingly. Sports update. Tonight's match. Me versus the squeaky floorboard. Round 1. The floorboard won. Round 2. Still undecided. Odds aren't looking good. Experts recommend tiptoeing. In other news, the plant by the window is still alive. Barely. Despite neglect. Despite missed waterings. It continues to hang on. Truly inspiring. If it can survive this household, we can survive anything. And finally, a heartwarming story to end the segment. A rare sighting of you, still awake at this ungodly hour. Sources confirm you're listening quietly, pretending not to smile, but failing miserably. Eyewitness me can attest that you look unfairly good doing it. More on this breaking story as it develops. This has been your Midnight News Update. 0 sponsors, 0 commercials, and exactly 1 listener. Stay tuned, because up next, things might get a little more personal. Welcome back to Midnight Radio. The music's faded out. The commercials never existed. And the lights in this so-called studio, aka my bedroom, are down to a single lamp. Which means it's time for the dangerous segment, Late Night Confessions. Now, don't look at me like that. You know the rules. Anything said after midnight doesn't count in the morning. It's like dream logic. You wake up, everything resets. So if I say something reckless right now, you're obligated to forget it. That's the deal. Sometimes I wonder, why do I even bother calling it radio? It's not like I have an audience. There's no static, No dial to tune. Just you. Always just you. And honestly, I think I prefer it this way. Because I can say things here that I probably wouldn't say if the world was actually listening. Like, sometimes I feel like you're the only one who really hears me. Not just the words, but everything behind them. Even the parts I don't say out loud. And that's a little terrifying, if I'm being honest. But also kind of the best thing. Okay, let's test this. Confession number 1. I eat the last fries on purpose. Every single time. Even when I pretend I'm offering them to you. I secretly hope you say no. That's off the record, though. Erase the tape. Confession number 2. Sometimes I stay up late, not because I can't sleep, but because I know you're awake too. And I like this little overlap, this quiet bubble, where it feels like it's just us. Confession number 3. Oh, this one might be too much. If I told you what I'm thinking right now, that'd be breaking the broadcast rules. You know, the unspoken ones. No sudden vulnerability. No too obvious admissions. Keep it playful. Keep it safe. But I'll give you a hint. It's the kind of thought that makes my voice drop without meaning to. The kind that makes me look at the wall and imagine you on the other side, smiling in that way you do when you're trying to hide something. You're smiling right now, aren't you? See, I didn't even need a camera feed. I can hear it in the silence. Anyway, that's enough for tonight's confessions. Officially, at least. Unofficially, I'll probably keep whispering them to myself. Because sometimes it feels safer that way. Like they're still secret. Even though you've heard every word. Okay. I can already hear you reaching for the dial. Don't even think about it. This is the grand finale. The big closing act. Cue the dramatic music. Except we don't have a budget for music. So just imagine me humming something cheesy in the background. Right. Where were we? Yes, closing statements. The part where radio hosts thank their sponsors, wave to the crowd, and sign off with a catchy line. Except my only sponsor is snacks, and my only crowd is you. Lucky you. So, this is me, standing in an imaginary studio. Papers shuffling like I'm reading serious news. Breaking, favorite listener caught still awake at an unreasonable hour. Shocking. Truly unprecedented. Wait, hold on. I'm getting another report. Yes, this just in: the host of Midnight Radio has officially decided her listener is the best listener. Wow. What a scoop. I wonder who leaked that. It was me. I leaked it. You know what's funny? All night I've been pretending this is a broadcast. Switching voices, reading fake questions, making up your answers. But right now, it doesn't feel fake anymore. It feels like I'm actually talking to you. Just you. No static. No noise. Just you're quiet on the other side. And I like it. I really do. Don't get used to me being sentimental, though. I'll deny everything if you quote me later. This is off the record. See? Still professional. Anyway, back to my news anchor voice. Midnight Radio will now enter its final segment. The part where the host pretends she's totally fine signing off, but actually wants to keep talking a little longer. End quote. Don't roll your eyes. I can feel you doing it. Yeah, you. The one with the sleepy face. The one who keeps tuning in night after night. Even though you could have changed the channel ages ago. And speaking of channels, don't. Seriously. Don't change the channel. I'm the only station here. And between you and me, I kind of like being your only station. Alright. Deep breath. Time for the sign off. No music. No credits. Just me whispering through imaginary airwaves. Good night, my favorite listener. Good night. Stay tuned. I'll be here. Same time, same frequency. Pretending it's a show, but really just talking to you.